Good morning, everyone. Ritika, Komal, Srishti, Rashmita, Wankhede, welcome to the class. Let quickly others join and we'll start. Pia, Ashirvad, Shweta, good morning. Fine. I hope the slide is visible. Okay. Do write in the comment section if the slide is visible. Fine. So let's start with the questions. The first question: which of the following statement best describes the relationship between the labor movement and the trade movement according to your text? Text in the sense here means the PDF or the content which have been provided to you. Question is asking you which of the following describes the relationship between the labor movement and trade union movement? So how they are different, how they are same? Trade union movement is the subset of the labor movement primarily arising from industrialization. Trade union movement encompasses the entire scope activities related to labor movement. No. Labor movement is a byproduct of trade union movement. No. Termed labor movement, trade union movement are used interchangeably without any distinction. Well, they are sometimes used, but they are distinct, they are different from each other. The reason is first the labor movement started, and then in this labor movement, formation of trade union movement occurred. So the answer is option number A. Next question. According to your text, here text means your PDF, how does SD Punekar describe the relationship between labor movement and trade union movement? So what did SD Punekar? SD Punekar's definition has been asked number of the times. So SD Punekar के हिसाब से trade unionism leads to the development of labor movement. Labor movement is a subset of trade unionism. The labor movement creates the condition for trade unionism to develop. The trade unionism and labor movement are independent to each other. So the answer for this is option number C. The definition given by SD Punekar, labor movement are condition creates the condition which will give rise to the trade unionism. This is the SD Punekar's relationship or the definition for the trade union. Next, which of the following statement is true about the characteristics of the trade unions? Again, here text refers whatever I have given the PDFs. Creates the ground. Yes, correct. So you have to answer which of the following is true about the characteristics of trade union. As in general, what are the characteristics of trade unions? Okay. So the question is asking you which of the following statement. Trade union are compulsory to join? No, they are voluntary. Trade unions are temporary? No, not they can be temporary, they can be permanent, but they have their different goals. Trade unions are formed to protect economic, political, social interests. Yes. So only statement C is true. Next. Which following statement about the origin of trade union according to the text? So now again, the reference of your text is either your book or either the PDF provided. Read it and answer. Fine. So what would be the answer? Philosophy of laissez-faire emphasize the government control? No. Laissez-faire is no government control, no intervention. Workers had strong individual bargaining? No, they didn't have the individual bargaining. That's why they have to form the trade union. So separation between the capital and power created a conflict relationship? True. This is the main reason for the origin. Employers can easily replace all their workmen, leading to the downfall of collective bargaining? No, this statement is not correct. So only the statement C is true. Next. Which of the following statement is not true about the reasons for joining the trade unions according to the text? Again, the text here refers to the PDF or either the book. Not true. Okay, read it and answer. Let me just see. Not true बताना. Right. Very simple. The answer is option number D. C is the only correct. Others are not correct. Which of the following statement is true about trade union activities? Economic activities include lobbying to influence the course of labor legislation. Political activities involve organizing welfare activities such as mutual insurance and providing housing facilities. Social activities include participation in the activities of ILO. International activities include associating the International Federation of Trade Unions and sending help to the worker to the other countries. Read it and answer. So economic activities, social activities, political activities. See, influence including lobbying of influence the course of labor legislation. What is this? What is this? Is this the economic activity? No, this is a kind of an include lobbying to influence the course of labor legislation. What is this? A kind of, when you form the laws, it is a political, right? Welfare is a social, this is international activity. The only true statement is option D. ठीक है. Lobbying here means leading. Next, which category of trade union trade union function focuses on improving the position of union member through negotiation, collective bargaining, restoring to more aggressive tactics when necessary? Yes. So the answer for this is your militant function. So when it comes to aggressive, it automatically becomes militant function. Feather beading is a practice where employees are paid for work they do not perform, is mostly likely to be associated with which type of trade union? Read it and answer. Feather beading is a practice where employees are paid for the work. Okay, many of you have answered D. Okay, let me. Acha. Now tell me why occupational. You all have answered D. Why occupational union? Why occupational union? Why you all have answered D? The reason behind this? Anyone who can write in the comment section the description for it, then I would explain you. Ashirvad answered B. Rashmi answered B. Now see, this can be your expected MCQ for upcoming exam. No one is correct here. No one have answered it correctly. So the answer for this is basically option number A. ठीक है, ऑप्शन नंबर ए, वाई क्राफ्ट यूनियन. ठीक है, वाई क्राफ्ट यूनियन अगर आप पढ़ोगे जाके तो मैं क्राफ्ट यूनियन के स्लाइड में ही मैंने इसको एक्सप्लेन किया हुआ है. फेदर बीडिंग जो होती है एक ऐसा टर्म है जो एक पर्टिकुलर क्राफ्ट यूनियन और ट्रेड यूनियन क्या होते हैं, स्पेसिफिकली बिलोंगिंग टू वन स्पेसिफिक वर्क, वन क्राफ्ट, राइट. अब ये जो क्राफ्ट ट्रेड यूनियन, दिस ट्रेड यूनियंस और दिस क्राफ्ट ट्रेड यूनियन, they are skilled into that occupation or skilled into that craft. Basis of their skills, they negotiate with the employer for the wages. Now, basis of their negotiation, the employees belonging to this craft union will get the salary. But even here, the people who are not efficient or people are not having the expertise into this craft also get paid. They also get paid because though they are not efficient, though they are not having the same workload, but since they belong to the same occupation for which trade union have negotiated, they are paid even for their even if when they are not performing the work as required for their inefficiencies, and hence the craft union is associated with the feather bidding. Right? Clear? Everyone understood? Upcoming, either this question can be in the form of the assertion or reason, or in this form. Okay? Moving to the next. Which type of the union has a membership covering worker employed in many industries, employment and craft? Got it? Interesting? समझ में आ रहा है? So पहले वाले questions easy थे. Now you will be getting tough questions. इसके पहले वाले questions they were quite simple. Now you will have the questions of little difficulty level would be increased. Yes, the answer for this is simple general union. ठीक है? Type of membership covering industries, employment and craft, they are general union. Next. Which statement regarding union security clause is true? First, you need to know the meaning of what do you mean by union security clause and the statement which is true. Read it and answer. Fine. What would be the answer for this? Closed shop is enterprise having must have the collective agreement, trade union requiring job to be the okay. So this is marked wrong here basically. Okay. No. Hold on. Take a minute. Closed shop employment throughout the enterprise must have a collective agreement with the trade union requiring job seekers to be the union member at the time of the employment. This statement is true. Union shop enterprise, a business enterprise agrees the workers must join union within a specified period. This is true. Management give a preference to the union member in hiring, layoff, dismissal, sometime promotion and work shift. Maintenance workers are allowed to join or leave the union freely with no obligation to maintain. This is not true. Question is asking you which is true. Four is wrong. Okay, 1, 2 and 3. So actually here it has to be 1, 2 and 3. I will correct this. Okay, 1, 2 and 3 are right. Let me just correct this options. Fine, so I have corrected it. 1, 2 and 3. Give me a second. 1, 2. Hold on. Okay, so I have corrected it. Okay, this is the correct answer. 1, 2, and 3. Fourth one is wrong. Next question. In Great Britain, under the British Industrial Act 1979, an agency shop arrangement required non-union members to pay the union a sum equal to the member's description in order to continue the employment with the employer. The purpose of the agency shop provision is to allow the unions to collect the fees from non-union member to support their activities, representation efforts, and even if those members choose not to join the union. Read it and answer. Those who have answered A is correct. See, agency shop में क्या है? Agency shop में the membership of the trade union is a part of your terms and conditions of the job. Even if you are not the member of the trade union, but it would be part of your terms and conditions that this is the membership fee for the trade union. You have to be the member of the trade union, and in case you do not opt to be part of the trade union, then you are supposed to pay the agency fee. So non-union members also, those who don't want to get involved into the union, they also give the agency fee, right? You are bound, very good, you are bound to give that fee, even if you're, though you're part of the trade union or you're not part of the trade union, you are supposed to give that fee. Reason, it is the part of your terms and conditions. So answer is option number A. So how are you finding the questions? Are they conceptual? Fine, let's move to the next. A yellow dog contract is an agreement between an employer and employee where the employee agree not to join the union during their employment. Yellow dog contract were commonly used in United States during 1920s, allowed the employer to take a legal action against union organizer for encouraging worker to violate the terms. Okay, read it and answer. Fine, very correct answer. So the answer is option number A. Both the statements talks about the yellow dog contract. Which statement is true regarding classification of the unions based on the purpose, function, or ideology? Fine. So the answer is both the statements are true. Reformist or the welfare unions seek to improve existing economic. Yes, they are reform. They reform. Okay, they don't bring about the changes into the system drastically, but they just reform. Whereas revolutionary is they totally want to change the thing. They want to abolish the current capitalist rule and bring out the new things. So that is both the statements are true. Next, according to Hoxie, which type of unionism aims at elevating the moral, intellectual, social life of worker, preferring political actions, mutual insurance activities, and cooperative enterprises? Okay. So the question is asking you mutual insurance activity, cooperative enterprise, also focusing on moral intellectual, that is your friendly or uplift unionism. Okay. Moving to the next question. Revolutionary, socialist, quasi anarchist, predatory, dependent, match. Their characteristic, these are the different type of unionism and this is the characteristics. बी नहीं होगा रश्मि, बी नहीं होगा. पॉलिटिकल लिखा है इसका मतलब पॉलिटिकल एक्टिविटी नहीं होगा. प्लीज गो थ्रू द पीडीएफ नाइसली. ठीक है. Fine. So what would be the correct answer? Options 3. Elimination method say you can do it. Revolutionary are someone who have radical approach. Socialists who are socialist in nature. Quasi anarchist are anarchist, right? Predatory are one who are ruthless in nature, they don't stick to one thing. And dependent are parasitic, means they are dependent on someone, right? Moving to the next, which type of the union is considered the basic unit of the structure of trade union and is closest to the workplace and the worker? Important question for upcoming exam. Okay, so that is your option number D. Primary unions are the unions which are associated and the closest to the workplace are your primary union. The structure of trade union is highly important topic for your upcoming exam. Primary union form the base, right? Now primary union के अंदर में क्या क्या आता है? Name the three types of the union which form the part of the primary union. Write in the comment section. I'm waiting for your answers. I would proceed once I get the answer. Name the types of the unions which form the part of the primary unions. Answer in the comment section. General craft, general industrial. Yes. Let's move to the next question. Who is considered to have led the movement in Bombay in 1855, which is often regarded as the nucleus of the labor movement in India? Correct. So the answer is option number A. With statement about establishment of Bombay Mills Hand Association 1890 are true? Read it and answer. Association was influenced by Mahatma Gandhi's principle of non-violence and civil disobedience. Bombay Handmill Association. Okay. The primary purpose was to invite the attention of the grievance of textile workers, seek the revision. Yes. NM Lokhande was the president. Fine. So the answer for this is 2 and 3 statement are right. The answer for this is option number. Sorry, statement 1 is not correct. Okay, it was not on the philosophy of Mahatma Gandhi. Okay, next. Arrange the following early labor movements in India in chronological order, means earliest to the latest. You have to arrange them into the sequence. Highly expected question for upcoming exam. Fine. So What will be the answer? Sequence. The correct sequence is C. Amalgamated, sorry, A option, Amalgamated Society of Railway Servant, then printer, then your Kamgar Hitvardak, and your social service. Write in the comment section the years. I want you to write the years as well for them. The correct option here is option number A. Chronological order, always when there is ascending order, earliest to the latest, right? Until and unless the question says latest to earliest, you have to arrange into the ascending order only. Yes, Amalgamated Society 1897. Printer Labor Union is 1900 and yes. What would be the answer? 1897 is your amalgamated. Very good, Ajit. So this is your 5, 1905. Then you have 1909, and this is your 1911. Okay? Moving to the next question. Which of the following are the broad features of labor movement during the pre-phase 1918? We have different phases of the trade union evolution, right? So, what are the characteristics of the labor movement pre 1819? So, we know it was the Madras Labor Union when the first registered trade union was formed. Before this registered trade union came into the existence, what were the characteristics? Get an answer. Why don't you read the question? The question is asking you the feature. ए बी सी डी दिया है, इसका मतलब क्या सारा करेक्ट होगा? निशा, ठीक है, अंडरस्टूड, ठीक है. ओके ओके ओके, आई गॉट कंफ्यूज्ड. द क्वेश्चन इज आस्किंग यू ट्रू ना? Which of the following board अच्छा ठीक है, true. It's asking you the true. The movement was led mostly by social reformer, philanthropists, and not by the worker. True. There was in fact no trade union in existence. Yes. Labor movement was for the worker rather than by the workers. Yes. The movement was confined to the revolt against the condition of the child labor, women worker working. Very good. So all the I got confused. I'm so sorry for it. Option number D is correct. I thought the question is asking you, which is not true. So answer all the three. All the four statements before 1918. The all phase. These characteristics belong to the labor movement. Okay. Moving to the next. Who was nominated as labor member of by Government of India for Foundational Conference of International Labour Organization 1919? ILO's member for conference from India. Who was the first one in 1919 to attend the ILO? Very good. So the answer is option number D, N.M. Joshi. What unique method of dispute resolution contributed to the strength of Ahmedabad Textile Labour Association? What unique method of the dispute resolution contributed to the strength of Ahmedabad Textile? What was unique about Ahmedabad Textile Labour Association? Very good. So arbitration and conciliation. Because of this, Ahmedabad Textile Labour Association was also called as Laboratory of Industrial Relation. Okay, who called it? Who gave this name as a laboratory? It was Mahatma Gandhi. So sorry for the background conversation. कौन से फेज के अंदर में, विच फेज ऑफ ट्रेड यूनियन मूवमेंट is characterized by increased militancy, where we can call it as number of splits, revolutionary approach happened in this movement, in this era or in this phase. Early trade union, the emergence of all India Trade Union Congress, 19 then period of left wing trade unionism, then the period pre independence era of trade. Yes, correct. So the answer is option number C. Next, which two organizations merge to form National Trade Union Federation? Highly important question for upcoming exam. Okay. National Trade Union Federation. This was very good. Those who have answered C is correct. Why B? See, the split of All India Trade Union Congress resulted into in ITUF, sorry, all in ITUF and your RTUC or All India RTUC. So they were result of split, but the unity or merging of All India Trade Union Federation and National Federation of Labor was the what something which resulted into National Trade Union Federation, and this was actually the unity. This is where the unity happened. All the splitted came back, they started coming back, and we had a unity. Okay, so the answer is now evolution of trade union is highly important topic. Next, which of the following statement is true regarding the splits within the All India Trade Union Congress in late 1920s and early 1930s? Read it and answer. Okay, so All India Trade Union Congress, option number B is correct. It was a boycott for the Royal Commission. Indian Trade Union Federation, ITUF, which is also called as All India Trade Union Federation, okay, was formed in 1931. नहीं, what was it? कब बना था? All India Trade Union Congress got splitted twice, 1929 and 1931. 1929 All India Trade Union Federation and 1931 All India Red Trade Union Congress. ठीक है, so it was, yes, it was in 1929 after. और ये कौन थे? कम्युनिस्ट थे, मॉडरेटर्स थे. 1929 का स्प्लिट जो था वो कौन थे? कम्युनिस्ट थे या मॉडरेटर्स थे? सो रेड ट्रेड यूनियन कांग्रेस के लिए रेड लालाजी, यस, लालाजी नहीं, मॉडरेटर्स. ठीक है, ये मॉडरेटर्स थे ये कौन थे? कम्युनिस्ट थे. The Red Trade Union Congress was formed by NM Joshi. क्या NM जोशी ने बनाया था? नहीं. NM जोशी was moderator and he was associated with All India Trade Union Federation, which is nothing but Trade Union Federation, Indian Trade Union Federation. ठीक है. Subhash Chandra Bose was the president of Indian Trade Union Federation from 1929. Yes, he was. ठीक है. B.T. Ranadive and S.V. Deshpande led the formation. Yes, 1931 में these were the communist leader who resulted into the formation of our Red Trade Union Federation. All India Railmen's Federation joined the National Federation of Labour in 1931. Now, ये जो ऑप्शन 6 है ना, 6, yes, it is 1931. Correct. It's correct. So we have option B, 1, 4, 3, 5, 6. Now I want to ask you the question. Red Trade Union Federation. ठीक है. This got merged. Not merged. What we call it? Dissolved. So it got dissolved and it got merged back to All India Trade Union Congress. In which year? You need to know the year of dissolving and merging with the All India Trade Union Congress. It was 1935 when RTUF got merged. Very good, Khushbu. Very, very good. Very good. Those who are able to recall all this thing, very nice. Those who are not, it's not the issue. You have to go through the evolution class where in a sequence with a story I have taught you how you have to learn the things. Okay, next. Match the following trade unions and the founders. Again, expected question for the exam. Read it and answer. Okay, so the answer is All India Trade Union Congress, NM Joshi, ITUF, S.V. Deshpande, B.T. Ranadive is your Red Trade Union Congress, NTUF, V.V. Giri. Why B? B क्यों select कर रहे हो? ये जो है ना NTUF क्या था? ये क्या था? ये यूनिटी थी. यूनिटी में किसका हाथ था? वीवी गिरी जी का हाथ था ना. रेड ट्रेड यूनियन कांग्रेस, बीटी रानादिवे. Did I mark anything wrong here? No, it's correct. So All India Trade Union Congress is NM Joshi. Then Indian Trade Union Federation is your S.V. Deshpande. Red Trade Union Congress is your B.T. Ranadive, and your fourth one is right. Now, yes. Hold on. ये जो है ना, यहाँ पे दोनों ऑप्शंस एक से ही एसोसिएटेड हैं. ठीक है, गिव मी अ सेकेंड, जस्ट अ सेकेंड, आई विल करेक्ट दिस. सो रेड ट्रेड यूनियन कांग्रेस से एसवी देशपांडे भी एसोसिएटेड हैं. अब यहाँ पे हाँ, both of them are communist leader. Understood, got your point. So SV Deshpande and BT Ranadive both are associated with your Red Trade Union Congress. Now in such type of the questions you will have, ठीक है, ITUF के लिए I will change the author, ठीक है, मैं इसको चेंज कर दे रही हूँ so that the confusion won't be there. ठीक है, इसको ना ऐसे लेके चलना है. सी, ये क्वेश्चन को आंसर करने का एक तरीका है. SV देशपांडे जो थे ना, ये एसोसिएटेड थे इंडियन ट्रेड यूनियन फेडरेशन से भी, और ये इंडियन ट्रेड यूनियन फेडरेशन में जनरल सेक्रेटरी थे. hold on, I am helping you to understand this. हमें फाउंडर्स मैच करने हैं, ठीक है. तो जब हम फाउंडर्स की बात करेंगे जो फाउंडर्स, अच्छा ठीक है, समवेयर दिस क्वेश्चन हैज द ऑप्शंस वेयर मल्टीपल. नाउ वीवी गिरी का एसोसिएशन अगर हम देखें तो फाउंडर्स में, क्योंकि वीवी गिरी ने यहाँ पे यूनिटी लेके आए थे तो वो फाउंडर हो गए, ठीक है. ऑल इंडिया ट्रेड यूनियन कांग्रेस में NM जोशी फाउंडर थे, फाउंडर की बात होगी यहाँ पे, ठीक है. वीवी गिरी वॉज एसोसिएटेड विथ ITUF, ठीक है. अब ये मॉडरेटर, अगेन द ऑप्शंस आर हाईली कंफ्यूजिंग. तो यहाँ पे दो ऑप्शंस ऐसे हैं जहां पे एसोसिएशन तो है लेकिन हम केवल फाउंडर से लेके चलेंगे. अच्छा, लीडर भी लिखा हुआ है, फाइन. सो रिजेक्टिंग दिस क्वेश्चन, I am rejecting this question. I will rearrange it with the new authors and will do it. So इसके marks जो है ना, yes, this question everyone gets full mark. Well, actually I wanted here to frame a question जहां पे केवल हम founders को मैच करेंगे. See, मेरा यहाँ पे लॉजिक था ट्रिकी बनाने के लिए. Somewhere I mixed the two option. मुझे केवल और केवल फाउंडर्स चाहिए थे. तो ऑल इंडिया ट्रेड यूनियन कांग्रेस में NM जोशी इज द फाउंडर, ITUF में वीवी गिरी इज द फाउंडर, ठीक है. रेड ट्रेड यूनियन कांग्रेस में BT रणदिवे इज योर एसोसिएटेड फाउंडर एंड SV देशपांडे. अब आपको क्वेश्चन आ रहा है कि ITUF में भी SV, अच्छा ITUF, okay, again there is an relationship of SV देशपांडे का नेशनल ट्रेड यूनियन, इंडियन ट्रेड यूनियन फेडरेशन का SV देशपांडे से रिलेशन है. इसकी वजह से मैंने यहाँ पे ऑप्शन इसको मार्क किया. वो क्या रिलेशन है कि ऑल इंडिया ट्रेड यूनियन फेडरेशन से स्प्लिट होके जब ये बना था तो सुभाष चंद्र बोस को फर्स्ट टाइम प्रेसिडेंट इलेक्ट किया गया था, प्लस SV देशपांडे को. SV देशपांडे was elected as a general secretary. समझ में आया? तो somewhere SV देशपांडे is associated with Indian Trade Union Federation because he was a general secretary. इसके बेसिस पे मैंने इधर मार्क किया हुआ है, ठीक है. क्लियर? मैं आपको केवल ये एक्सप्लेनेशन दे रही हूं, बट हाईली कंफ्यूज्ड क्वेश्चन, ठीक है. हाईली कंफ्यूज्ड है, कंफ्यूजिंग क्वेश्चन है. द रीजन इज पीपल आर एसोसिएटेड विथ ईच अदर. तो ये जो क्वेश्चंस हैं विद इन द लाइन पूछे जाते हैं, विद इन द लाइन. तो अगर मैं बात करूं ITUF में तो SV देशपांडे वॉज जनरल सेक्रेटरी, और रेड ट्रेड यूनियन कांग्रेस के जो फाउंडर्स के नाम में जो नाम आता है वो BT रणदिवे है, ठीक है. लेटर ऑन जो SV देशपांडे हैं ये सेपरेट हो गए थे 1931 में, ठीक है. आते हैं एग्जाम में ऐसे क्वेश्चन आएंगे. मैं आपको बस ये एक्सप्लेन करना चाह रही हूं कि जब आप इनको आंसर करोगे ना, जब इनके, क्योंकि क्या हो रहा है ना कि हर बार ऑथर्स, फाउंडर, ये बहुत इजी हो जाता है आंसर करना। एग्जामिनर का व्यू पॉइंट यही होगा कि विद इन द लाइंस आपको क्वेश्चन डालेंगे और आपको पूछेंगे स्पेसिफिकली फाउंडर कौन था, जनरल सेक्रेटरी, तो उन लाइंस के विद इन आपको आंसर करना है, ठीक है। एनीवेज, आई विल जस्ट गिव फुल मार्क्स टू एवरीवन फॉर दिस क्वेश्चन, ठीक है। मेरा जो पर्पस था कहीं ना कहीं आप तक नहीं पहुंचा, ठीक है। एनीवेज, बट आई एक्सप्लेन यू। चलो, लेट्स मूव टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन। Which of the following statement is not true about the formation of Indian National Trade Union Congress? Not true बताना। Not true बताना है। Indian National Trade Union Congress was formed in 1947 by the initiative of Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. No one is answering. No one have answered till now. Read it. Read it. The INTUC was established as a labor wing of Hindustan Mazdoor Sevak Sangh. INTUC has been associated with International Labour Organization since inception in 1947. INTUC is guided by Gandhian Sarvodaya philosophy. Dr. Suresh Chandra Banerjee was president of INTUC from May 1947 to October 1947. Question is asking you not true. So the statement 1 and 3 are not correct because it was Guljari Lal Nanda. On his initiative, INTUC was formed. And yes, it was on the lines or as formed the part of Hindustan Mazdoor Sevak Sangh, again which was a part of Gandhi and Sevak Sangh, ठीक है। और ये एसोसिएटेड है ILO से 1949 से, 1947 से नहीं। yes, based on Gandhian philosophy and डॉक्टर सुरेश चंद्र, यहाँ पे सुरेश चंद्र जी 19 मई से लेके अक्टूबर तक इसके क्या थे, प्रेसिडेंट थे। इसके बाद में जो ऑफिशियली लॉन्ग टर्म के लिए जो प्रेसिडेंट थे, जिनको हम लॉन्ग टर्म के लिए फर्स्ट प्रेसिडेंट कहते हैं, ही वाज who was the person? Please answer. Who was the person? Because दोनों ही पर्सन से एसोसिएटेड एज अ फर्स्ट प्रेसिडेंट एग्जाम में क्वेश्चन आ चुका है। तो आपको पता होना चाहिए कि जो डॉक्टर सुरेश चंद्र बनर्जी हैं वो शॉर्ट टर्म के लिए थे। वेरी गुड। सरदार वल्लभ भाई पटेल, ही वाज लेटर ऑन आफ्टर अक्टूबर 1947, सरदार वल्लभ जी भाई वेर एक्चुअली सिलेक्टेड। नो रश्मि, it was Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, ठीक है। चलो, moving to the next question. Which of the following statement is true about HMS, Hind Mazdoor Sabha, and BMS? चलो, read it and answer. How many people feeling blank? How many people feeling that मेरे को लग रहा है 2-3 लोगों ने क्लास लीव कर दिया है। So I am understanding that you are feeling the level of preparation is to be very high, and it's true. If you are not aware of exactly the linings, the detailed of evolution of trade union, you may get confused. और इसी level के questions आते हैं, ऐसे questions आते हैं। So you need to revise this trade union evolution again and again, ठीक है। I will try to take one class on revision, but will let you know when I will be doing. Question is asking you true बताना है। So now, Hind Mazdoor Sabha was formed by merging Indian Federation of Labour and Hind Mazdoor Panchayat in 1948. Yes. The first president was Ashok Mehta. No. R.S. Ruikar. BMS was the result of split. No. BMS is only trade union or association which was not a result of split. Maximum of trade unions or association have splitted from and been created from All India Trade Union Congress, but BMS was not. BMS was founded by the Dantopan Tengri as a active member of RSS. Yes. So statement 1 and 4 is correct. Next. Which of the following statement is true about foundation of Seva? Read the sentence again and again. Wankhede correct, Nisha correct, Srishti correct. It was not for formal sector. It was for unorganized sector, informal sector. So 2 is not correct. Option 2, statement 2 is not correct. So Seva was by Ila Bhatt, grew out of textile, combines labor movement, cooperative movement and women's movement, but it was not for formal sector. समझ में आया? एक एक वर्ड आपको ध्यान में रखना है. Again expected question. Next. Later to earlier. Arrange in chronological order. So the correct option would be B. Why C? क्या? What? Later to earlier. Later to earlier. A, B, C, D. Not able to answer. इसलिए सबने मार्क कर दिया. आंसर नहीं आए तो मार्क कर दिया. राइट? ये भी क्वेश्चन आ सकता है एग्जाम में. अभी तक तो इजी आ रहा है. बीएमएस, एचएमएस, ये वाला पोर्शन है जहां पे क्वेश्चन नहीं आया है. ये वो ऑप्शंस हैं जहां पे अभी तक क्वेश्चन एग्जाम में सीक्वेंस में लगाने के लिए नहीं आया. सो दिस इज एक्सपेक्टेड क्वेश्चन. राइट? सीक्वेंस ही है, इवोल्यूशन ऑफ ट्रेड यूनियन से ही है, लेकिन ये वो ऑप्शन है जहां से अभी तक क्वेश्चन फॉर्म नहीं हुआ है. सो यू नीड टू प्रिपेयर दिस एज वेल. Keep in your mind. So the correct sequence here is later to earlier बोला हुआ है. So हमारा New Trade Union Initiative 2002, then National Organization of Labor, C2, then you have your E, National Front of Indian Federation Trade Unions, then your B, Communist Party, and your Lelin Sarai. हाँ, कंफ्यूजिंग होते हैं. यही तो मेन चीज है, पढ़ना वहां पे. राइट? ठीक है, चलो मूविंग टू द नेक्स्ट. Who among the following individuals belong to the group primarily guided by humanitarian and philanthropic consideration? Hmm? अरे ह्यूमैनिटेरियन, अगर आपको वो स्लाइड याद नहीं है पीडीएफ में, आई हैव शेयर्ड इन दी पीडीएफ. आंसर फॉर दिस इज बीपी वादिया. वेरी गुड. वानखेड़े, निकिता, ऋषु, यू ऑल आर करेक्ट. ठीक है. दोज हु हैव आंसर्ड ए, those who have answered A is correct. BP Vadya is your philanthropist and humanitarian. Lala Lajpat Rai. What is Lala Lajpat Rai? Lala Lajpat Rai is your political leader. NM Joshi is your moderator. SA Dange is your communist. Done? नहीं देखा है तो प्लीज वो देखेंगे. पीडीएफ नंबर इज, सो पीडीएफ की जो स्लाइड है वो 568, नंबर 1 568. जिनके पास में नोट्स हैं इसको पढ़ के जाएंगे. स्लाइड नंबर 568. ठीक है. मूविंग टू द नेक्स्ट. So Vadya is your humanitarian, Lala Lajpat Rai is your political leader, NM Joshi is moderator, he is communist. Anyways, so this is the question and answer. Answer दिख गया था, but try to answer this. फाइन, एक मिनट. हाँ, ऑप्शन हियर इज, यहाँ पे जो ये है ना, ये गलत हो रखा है. लेट मी करेक्ट दिस. ठीक है, गिव मी अ सेकेंड. हाँ, डबल है, मैं उसको करेक्ट कर रही हूँ. ठीक है, आपको समझ में आ जाएगा. सो द आंसर इज 1, 2 and 3. हाँ, मैंने करेक्ट कर दिया उसको. 1, 2 and 3. करेक्ट आंसर इज 1, 2, 3, 4. यहाँ पे कुछ भी मैच करने के लिए नहीं दिया, इंटेंशनली आई मेड इट. ठीक है. See, somewhere I do make mistake while framing the question because there are so many things which I go through the books and all, and while framing I sometimes mark them wrong, or I sometimes frame those questions wrongly. So that is your some clerical, you can say, or unregistered errors. Okay, so sorry for that, but I try to bring up the good question. This was the last question for the day. I hope you understood what kind of questions can be there. Okay. Next would be again from the trade union, theories of trade union, then your trade union act. History of trade union we have completed, evolution of trade union we have completed, concept we have completed, classification have completed. So now we are left with 2 topics. It takes lot much of time while framing this question, इसलिए मैं सारा नहीं cover कर पाती हूँ. It takes a time. So now today is 24th, 25th, 26th. Tomorrow is 25th. I will try to take the class tomorrow if I am able to make the MCQs. Otherwise, it will be directly on Monday. Is that fine? So if I take the class on Monday, 26th, then there will be 2 classes of MCQ. One would be this trade union. your theories and Trade Union Act, and one would be from unit number 9, part 1, which will be your concept. What do you mean by labor welfare? History of labor welfare, evolution of labor welfare, types of labor welfare principles, and so on. Okay? The first half part portion that I will mention in the schedule, which part you have to study. So we'll have the 2 classes, unit number 9 and this. Okay? So thank you so much. I hope you like the class, you like the questions. Prepare hard for upcoming class. I will be bringing the same level questions, not easy, not too difficult, but yes, moderate and tricky. Thank you so much. I will add it.